turns out that our next speaker works with Mr. Chewy.
No, that is absolutely true. So Adrienne and I work together over at Tiger Studio. We've gotten to know each other quite well over the last year or so, where I learned about some of her questionable life choices. Today, she is going to get up on stage and share one of those questionable life choices with you. So, if you can just a round of applause for Adrienne and welcome her up to the stage. Thank you.
I'm ready. All right, I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about my past year of self-imposed dietary restrictions. I am a vegan. I have lived for a little under a year with no meat, no animal byproducts in my life. And I just kind of want to explain, I get a lot of questions, so how did it happen, what does it mean in your life, and then some fun anecdotes. I was born to a mother who's been a vegetarian for 30 plus years, and a father who every year since then, every single meal has probably had a hearty helping of meat. So from a very young age, they kind of let me make my own decisions, and I was a meat eater until about the age of 12 when I made that switch. And the switch is really because of this talking pig that screwed my life. And people react to things very differently. When I saw the movie, I was taken with the pig, and I was very upset that they were taking his mother. And it just goes to show how different people react, because my sister, a couple of years younger than me, just asked logistically how they get the hair out of the pig before you eat it. So the second phase to this vegan thing is that when I had just graduated from college about a year ago, I was bored and on a self-improvement kick, and Netflix kept suggesting that I watch some of these vegan propaganda films, which is really not my thing, but I did it, and I don't know that I even watched it entirely, but I decided from there that I would take 1 week and give it my best. And what I found in that first week is it's more than just not having eggs and dairy in your diet. It's all the way down to the body products you use, the clothes that you wear, and little things like you start to pay attention to what's in your candy corn. Brock's candy corn, for instance, has gelatin, which just absolutely killed me this winter, or this Halloween. So it's those little things. And a little bit about stereotypes. I think up until a couple years ago, people had this idea in their head that vegans were the hippie commune gardeners who wanted to eat nothing but organic grown produce. But when it comes down to it, I'm just like any other American consumerism-driven person who loves my gas-guzzling car and my makeup and everything else. So it's just the process of how getting that work. Vegan bodies, people automatically kind of assume that if you're a vegan, you have no weight issues and everything's just, I've heard skinny fat a few times as being a way to describe vegans, but within that dietary restrictions, you have to have different dietary restrictions for what you want your body to look like, and it's anything from this raw dieter to the weightlifter over here. And when it comes down to food that you eat, tofu is something that just absolutely grosses me out. It's supposed to be a vegan staple, but I just see it as this gelatinous mound of soybeans just crammed together that you can just pour stuff on, which really isn't my thing. What I'd actually like to be eating, because I still have a taste for it, is steak. And what this really is I still love the taste of meat, and there was actually a phase when between 20 and 21 where I had started to forget the reasons that I had come up with so long ago for how to do it, and I happened to be dating a hunter at the time. So I had 1 year of never-ending mid-rare steaks, and I absolutely loved it. And at the end of that year, I was done. But it comes down to priorities. Right now, I love beer. Nothing makes me happier than beer. As far as food, food is for sustenance. I will eat at home. If I want to go out in public and have a little bit of fun, I will taste test good beers. Most of them are vegan. Some, like Kentucky Breakfast Stout, unfortunately, are not. So this is a little break for me to catch my breath, and you can Facebook, Reddit, text, whatever you need to do, mostly for me to catch my breath. And 20 seconds is way longer when you're not talking. Relapse. Relapse happens with anything that you give up, and a wedding is one of the biggest instances for this to happen. Given about 3 hours into a wedding and the fact that there is very little vegan food and copious amounts of champagne, you might see me in a corner doing something similar to this. Daily, this is not the circumstance, but on this occasion, this did happen. Holidays suck. The main staples of holiday meals happen to be things like turkey and ham, and when I was a vegetarian, it was much easier to just pick around that main dish and eat at the side dishes. But basically what I've decided, I chose this way, so holidays are a day when I give up this thing, and I'm there to be with my family. So dinner date disasters. Being a 20-something and going out there and dating, it's often very interesting to go out for a first time. The couple drink thing is absolutely perfect. You get to ease them into the fact that you're going to have special dietary self-imposed restrictions. If you go out to eat the first time and you're asking what they saute the vegetables in, it becomes a little bit of a problem, and guys start to raise their eyes and get a little bit scared. I'm not typically a high-maintenance person, but it kind of makes you seem like it. The periodic table of vegan and vegetarian stars, I did a little bit of research. It's surprising, the celebrities out there that are vegan and vegetarians. Alec Baldwin and Bill Clinton are some of my favorites. They have great decision-making skills, as well as Mike Tyson over here, who is one of my favorite vegan celebrities. He has since retired from his diet of earlobes and is now making friends with the pigeons. Also another man with great decision-making skills. He has a tattoo on his face. So I run into a lot of these bro types who love meat and want to tell you how much they love meat, how much they enjoyed their last burger. I get that quite frequently, actually. But basically, the one statistic you're going to get from me is every American eats on typical 31 land animals per year, and that's not including seafood. So this guy out here is going to try to destroy everything I've done in the past year just in the name of meat. So I have those to deal with, and also the super carnivore. Just going to say that I love carnivores out there. My dad is one of them. And this is a picture that's somewhat similar to one that my family got sent to their house. My dad buys half a steer, half a pig every year that's humanely raised and organic. And my mother and sister, who are both vegetarians, got to see a young girl with her pet pig this year. Vegan friendly. I just continue to be amazed and surprised by how many people around me in my life are adapting kind of to me, and they go out of their way to make sure that I'm fed, and hopefully in the process they learn a little bit about the diet and the impact that they have on the world and their bodies themselves. So just to wrap up here, it doesn't take a superhero, something that I thought was going to be really difficult, and I decided to try for a week, ended up being really easy, and it's become a big part of my life, so I just like to share it with people. So, thank you.
All right, Adrienne, thank you very much. All right.